According to several people familiar with the matter and internal government summaries, federal law enforcement agents mounted an undercover sting operation in Texas in 2024 aimed at Tom Homan, who is now the senior White House official overseeing border policy. At the time, Homan was running a private consulting business that marketed its ability to help companies win border security contracts. Agents posing as business executives, introduced to Homan through a mutual contact, met him several times during the summer. During these meetings, he allegedly indicated he could steer federal contracts their way in a second Trump administration in return for cash. On 20 September 2024, with hidden cameras recording at a Texas meeting spot, Homan was recorded accepting $50,000 in cash from the undercover agents, according to internal summaries and people familiar with the case. The U.S. Attorney's Office in the Western District of Texas, working with the FBI, referred the matter to the Justice Department's Public Integrity Section to explore potential charges. Several officials inside the FBI and the Justice Department reportedly believe they already had enough evidence to bring a case for conspiracy to commit bribery or related offenses. Nonetheless, because Homan was a private citizen at the time and Donald Trump was not yet president, his conduct did not clearly fall under the traditional federal bribery statute, which generally applies to public officials or those already appointed to federal office. Some prosecutors concluded it would be more prudent to keep monitoring his conduct to see whether he would take an official position and act on the promise once he entered government service. In January 2025, after Trump returned to the presidency, the investigation lost momentum and soon stalled. In recent weeks, according to people briefed on the matter, senior appointees formally shut the case down. Top FBI and Justice Department leaders said the matter had been fully reviewed, that no credible evidence of criminal wrongdoing had been found, and that agency resources should be focused on real threats rather than politically driven investigations. White House spokespeople likewise denounced the probe as politically motivated, emphasized that Homan had no role in awarding contracts, and portrayed him as a lifelong law enforcement professional doing a phenomenal job on behalf of the administration. Internal records show that prosecutors had been considering 4 potential criminal counts: conspiracy, bribery, and 2 forms of fraud. Legal experts consulted about a hypothetical case like Homan's explained that someone who merely promises to influence government contracts after taking office generally cannot be charged under the federal bribery statute until they are actually appointed. However, if that person later assumes a public post and reaffirms or acts on the promise, investigators could then assemble a stronger bribery case. Homan, who previously served as acting director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement in Trump's first term and frequently campaigned alongside him in 2023 and 2024, openly declared during the campaign that he expected to lead the implementation of Trump's immigration policies. When Trump comes back in January, I'll be right behind him and will run the biggest deportation operation this country has ever seen, he said at a conference in July 2024. According to people familiar with the investigation, it was this public expectation of rejoining government, combined with his private consulting work and the alleged cash payment, that prompted agents to open the sting operation in the first place.